What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, capital G-U-G-U-E, Michaels. Welcome to Film Talk with Google You Michaels. Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Film Talk, where we discuss camera, lenses, writing, producing, everything dealing with filmmaking is what we talk about on this channel. And before we get started with today's episode, I want you to do me a huge favor. It's free. As you know, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. That way it will let you know every time I drop a new video so you can come back and get some of these nuggets. Okay? Now, I know you read the title, How to Be a Solo Filmmaker. That's the thing, a lot of people feel you need massive crew to make a movie. Perhaps you do, but as far as independent guys, you do not. Hollywood may do because they have hundreds of millions of dollars invested. So they need a crew, they need each individual to do different jobs. But as an individual, as a solo producer, as a solo director or a cinematographer, how you make a movie. As some of you that follow me loyally, you already know I shot my first movie called Thugs in 1996. And since then, I've shot over 8 full-length motion pictures. Now, out of all the movies that I have shot, some I used the crew to shoot it, and some I shot by myself. And when you're working with a crew, you need a lot of things. You need a makeup artist, you need a wardrobe person, location manager, a grip, the people that's gonna make the food, catering, line producer, your cinematographer, first AD, first AC. There's a lot of people that's on set, whether it's mid-range or high-end. From 2016 to 2020, which is 4 years, I've managed to shoot 5 motion pictures. And one of them, which is Private Target, that one had a massive production crew. So we're not gonna discuss that one. We're only gonna talk about the one that I shot myself, okay? That's Marine Spirit. The Hunting of Anaya, that is Incubated, and Disturbing Intention. Now, Disturbing Intention, I had a DP. I was directing, and Ron was my cinematographer. So it was 2 people, 2-man crew. Okay, but other than that, it's just be me. I know some people are like, okay, well, Google is easier said than done. So I'm gonna walk you through the steps on how I did it for myself. I was very, very limited on set. What I brought with me on set, I had a slider, I had a mini, a mini dolly, which I use my tripod for that. I had a mini boom, which 80% of the time I didn't even use the boom, so I just stopped bringing my boom, my mini jib. I'm sorry, not boom, jib. Because 80% of the time it was me. By the time it takes me to set it up, they're long, it's a 12-foot long mini jib. I was just like, I don't even need it. You know what I'm saying? So I just stripped, whenever I go on location to make a movie, I just stripped it to camera, audio, and a couple of lights. That's how I shot 4 movies. For audio, I have 4 lavalier microphones. Sennheiser's AVX. That's what I use for my audio. So where I mic my talent, I mic them, get the level, and then I turn it off and let them run around all day. Whenever I need them, hey, I need you, hey Jeff, come back, I need you here. Jeff would come, the mic is already set, everything, the volume is there, boom, we're shooting. Okay? That's how I was able to handle the audio in all those movies. And as far as lighting, all I used was 2 lights. In all these movies, I'm telling you, I only used 2 lights. Well, except for Incubated, because that one was shot in a very confined space, so I used a different light. I used a smaller aperture light, because we shot that one inside of a truck, an 18-wheeler, so I used a smaller light. But on the inside, I still use the same thing, which are a Flapjack edge light and 2 Quasar lights. That's what I used to shoot. 4 movies. 4. So when shooting your own solo movie, I would advise you, I know you see a lot of people on YouTube or on the net, while filming, they have this crew, they have this light, they have this. Listen, all that is fancy, that's for appearance. At the end of the day, that don't mean jack when making a movie. Okay? I'm gonna tell you what I use and what you need, the essentials that you need. Everything else is just, I just want to have it's not a nice looking behind the scene footage, or I just want to have a nice looking set full of gear. You don't need all that. All you need is a camera, maybe a kit lens if you're going to shoot prime. If you don't want to shoot prime, you need 2 zoom lenses, preferably maybe like a 18 to maybe like a 35, and then maybe a 50 to maybe 75 or 120. Those are the 2 lenses you want to get if you don't want to use a prime set. Now, as far as the rest of the lighting, I use practical lights. Anytime you shoot inside of a house, that's going to be practical lights, whether it's lamps, or you can use the sunlight. And then if you want to, brighten up the actor's face, there you can use one of either your Quasar or your edge light to illuminate their face, or illuminate the background, or illuminate certain things. Okay? So it can be done. It can be done. Now, I'm not saying just go out there and just start shooting anything, because at the end of the day, you are still telling a story. So you want to make sure that your storyline is strong. And you also want to make sure that your actors are strong, which brings me to casting. Okay? Every movie I just told you, except for Incubator, which we had a casting director for that movie. Prior to Incubator, every other movie I casted myself. Those are not the rest of my movies, because like I said, the bigger budget movies, I had a crew, I had a casting, all that. But the movies that I shot myself, I casted it, I did my own casting. I used Backstage, I used Craigslist, and I used Facebook to do my casting. And I never met anybody in person. Everything was through Zoom. I did the casting call, everybody submitted their tapes. If I liked what I saw, I send them a side. They will record the side, send it back to me. Okay? If I like it, then I will schedule a Zoom call. Once I get the Zoom call, we'll talk about the character. I see their vision, how they want to bring the character to life. If it's what I like, if we are on the same page, I give them the job. And once I got my actors, their wardrobe. A lot of people don't understand, it is very, very important to have good looking wardrobe. You want your talent, man or female, to look good in front of the camera. You don't want your guy looking like he's homeless, unless, he's playing the character of a homeless man or woman, then it's fine. But if they're not playing, if they're playing like someone with a job, or a father or your mother or a girlfriend, or whatever they're playing, you want them to look good in front of the camera. So you want their attire to look presentable. If they don't want to, they can either bring their own wardrobe, but if their wardrobe is not going with the vision you have, then you can take them to, that's Ross, that's Goodwill, that's Target, that's a lot. That's even Walmart. that's that's a lot of places where I've gone to these places to buy wardrobe, for my lead actor and actress. So there's nothing wrong with that. And shout out to my guy, Drayel. Everybody knows him by Tech. So he's also, he plays the lead in a lot of my movies. We'll be filming and then he'll come in, he need help. Then he try to help me set up lights. And I'm like, dude, I don't want you to sweat. Stop. I don't want you to sweat. But he helps in a lot of, in a lot of the movies that I make, to the point to where even when, like Incubated, he didn't play the lead in Incubated, but I brought him in to help me shoot it because he knows my equipment. He knows how I like to light, so he knows where to set up. You know what I'm saying? So he's learning how I work. So I don't want to say the word assistant, but he helps me while I'm filming. You have to know what you are doing, not just going and getting the camera and going and just shooting. You have to know what you're doing. And if you've been following me, a quick plug, if you've been following me, I've shown you how to light, I've shown you how to shoot outside, I've shown you how to cast, I've shown you how to start a production company with zero money. Basically, I've shown you how to do everything to get you to the point where where I am today. If you've been following me, I've shown you how to do that so it can be done. And I have 4 movies to prove it to you as evidence that I'm not just talking. I'm actually practicing what I'm teaching you, or what I'm preaching, or the experience that I'm sharing with you. Okay? I don't want this to be too long, so we're going to cut it a wrap for today's episode of Film Talk. So tune in next week as we discuss more topics dealing with filmmaking, whether it's cinematography, whether it's lenses, whether it's lighting, or how to shoot a movie by yourself. That's what we talk about on this channel. So I look forward to seeing you next week. And as usual, thank you. And if you want to hit me up on my IG, it is GUGUBOO. And if you want to drop me an email or drop me a message on my Facebook, it is Google E. Michaels. And for those that like to follow me on Twitter, it is GUGU1904 at GUGU1904. And which brings us back to YouTube. Okay? And as you guys know, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So please, I need your help, because I'm finding that's a lot of people that's learning, that's actually, because I get all the emails, people are telling me, man, I thank you, because of you, I started my own production company, I'm doing this, so my words is helping people. So please, help me help other people. Help me to reach out to more viewership, so I can help more people turn their dreams and start living their dream as a filmmaker. I can't do it by myself, so I need your help to help me grow. And how do you do that? By hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, and hitting the bell to let you know every time I drop another video, so you can come back and get some of these jewels, some of these nuggets, and some of this work. Okay, guys, I thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for those of you that do subscribe to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. I can't thank you enough. And as usual, Google E. Michaels out, and I salute you.